Hello guys, welcome for another video of Chapter 4 Summary in the NetAcad Chapter 4. So now I'm Mathew Javier, I'm a student of Batangas State University taking Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Now we're going to take note some of the chapter 4 and make it a summary. So what are those things that you learned from the chapter 4 and how you execute it properly? So guys, for 4.1 physical layer protocols, it consists of identify device connectivity options, describe the purpose and function of the physical layer in the network, and it also describe basic principles of the physical layer standards. So guys, in the 4.11 physical layer connection, there are type of connection. In the router, there are embedded wireless antenna, Ethernet switch, and internet connection. So that is example for a home router. And the next one is connecting to LAN, wired LAN, which is connecting router to your laptop or connect to your computer to the Ethernet port. So the next is what is an NIC? NIC is Network Interface Cards, wired connection using an Ethernet NIC, connecting to the wireless LAN with range extender. So in the 4.1.2, the physical layer, which is the source node, destination node, the first is application down to presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. So the physical layer media. There are three types of physical layer media. First is electrical signal, electrical signals, which is copper cable. The next one is the light pulse, which is fiber optic cable. When we say fiber optic, while it means that it is wireless. The next one is what we call, wait, next one is what we call microwave signals. Microwave signals is wireless also. The next one is physical layer standards. TCP IP address are implemented in software and governed by the IETF, which means in the chapter 3 IETF. The physical layer standards are implemented in hardware and governed by many ISO organizations including ISO, EATA, E2T, ANSI, and IEEE. So these are the organization that governs the physical layers that are implemented. So the next one is the physical layer characteristic. There are so many characteristics, like just like Manchester encoding, modulating wave plus carrier signal equals FM signal, modulating plus carrier signal equals AM signal. That is what you call, guys, what is a bandwidth? Bandwidth is a unit of bandwidth of vibration and equivalence. Bits per second, which is defined as BPS. 1 BPS is equal to fundamental unit of a bandwidth. Kilobits per second, kbps. 1 kbps equals to 1000 bps equals 10 raised to 3 bps. So on and so forth. Throughput. Types of physical media: SHDSL, interface, medium port, so on and so forth. 4.2 Network media. Upon completion of this section, you should be able to identify the basic characteristic of cabling, built a UTP cable using Ethernet network. Scope does not include cabling area discussion. Describe fiber optic cabling, its main disadvantage or advantage over other media. Connect device using wired and wireless area. So guys, this summary of chapter 4 is this, because some of you guys, it way back, this big chapter began with a look at the TCP/IP protocol suite. These include a look at the protocols that make up TCP/IP and the way in which they relate to the OSI model or ISO model. A look at network protocols provided an overview IP packets and addressing the way in the which ARP is used to map IP address to MAC address, as well as how ICMP provide error reporting and diagnostic information. So, as said in that this chapter is look at the TCP or IP protocol that also include the ISO or OSI model, so on. And this examination of protocols at the transport layer provided an overview of both TCP and UDP, including their header structures, a closer look at TCP that provide insight into port numbers, how connections are defined or how they are terminated. As long as you read the chapter 4, it all makes sense that an introduction to UDP provided perfect perspective on how it differs from TCP as a connectionless protocol with a lower overhead. For example of common port numbers that act as interface to upper layer protocols were also examined. There are upper layer protocols that examined also because the common port number is that act as interface. And the other thing is that a look at the TCP IP application layer provided an overview of some common protocols and service found at this layer. So guys, this summary includes that an examination of the network protocol should begin with a look at the four Ethernet encapsulation types that is supported by Cisco, and the terms used to refer to them is Cisco routers. A look at the network layer provided an overview of IPX addressing and packet structure. At the upper layer, a variety of protocols were covered, including the connection-oriented SPX, other protocols discussed including NCP, NetWare, Shell, NetBIOS, and SAP, the service advertising protocol. So all of these guys is uh, including all those are said, or you can see in the NetAcad chapter 4. This type cabling standards category, UTP connectors, which is include RJ45 UTP plugs, RJ45 UTP socket, or how you know the bad connectors and good connector. Some of it is wires are exposed untwisted and not entirely covered by the sheet. Good connector wires are untwisted to the extent necessarily to attach to the connector. That, that is the sample of a good and bad cable. How they test UTP cables: wire map, cable length, signal loss due to attenuation, crosstalk. Those are the testing parameters that they use to test a UTP cable. Fiber optic cabling, the types of fiber media, And network fiber connections. There's so many. This chapter includes all of those type of wireless and how would you configure or how would you make a wire, concluding the UTP and ICP wire. Type of wireless media is Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, WiMAX, and wireless LAN. Section that in there is an section in 4.3 data link layer protocols. There are data link subways, main access protocols providing access to media, and data link layer standards, which is the four organization, which is ITU, ISO, ANSI, and IEEE, so on. And the last but not the least is that LAN topologies. The LAN topologies and the full duplex, half duplex connection, full duplex communication, media access control methods, etc. and so on and so forth. As you can see, this chapter belongs to the connections and connectivity and how you connect the connectors or how to make connect, which is the plugs that you doing in the chapter 4. There is an activity that tests you how to make a plug, and guys, hope you know more about chapter 4 in this video, and thank you for your time and hope you learned something from it, and that is all, and God bless.